Hey guys and gals, welcome back. American Wings Studios here. I know it's been
A month.
a month of Sundays since we've posted anything. Man, we've been busy. I'm not kidding you.
Busy.
It turned busy and then it turned cold and then it turned busy again. And anyway, we're out here on location. We got to pick up some cable that yesterday, we had to work yesterday. We pulled an ESP out of the hole and they just cut that motor lead off. They told me I'd come get it, and they left that stainless steel line there. They don't want it either. But I got some more cable over there. We're going to load all that stuff up in these two boxes here and make a day of it, I guess, or half a day or something. Maybe we can start getting some of this stuff loaded up. And so this is one of those. This is one of those cables that. This is the motor lead here. We're just gonna shove it in this box. If I'm strong enough to pull it.
Hang on, let me get on the inside.
We got it all wrapped up over here.
Oh, you getting those?
No.
Oh. Those are new?
Them? No.
Yeah.
That's what we pulled. That's the hump clamps that hold the cable to the side of the pipe.
Yeah, but you're not getting those?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't get those.
Okay, I didn't know. Getting rained on, everything's melting off the rig.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hang on everything big enough to hang on, I'll tell you that.
A year ago, he couldn't raise his arm like that.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Well, a year ago, you couldn't.
Anyway, we got that loaded up. That right there is the, it goes from the bottom of the motor to this thing right here.
Is that the lead?
No,
Oh.
this is just the pressure relief line. It goes
Oh.
from here to the bottom of the motor, and it equalizes pressure.
Oh.
And then you only run that stuff once. So there ain't no need in trying to straighten it out and run it again. Well, that's gonna work out now. Didn't work at all.
Ooh.
Police won't say nothing about that, I guarantee you.
Huh?
Police won't say nothing about that.
Nah. Nah.
I'll straighten it up here a little bit before we take off. Anyway, this is the rig I run.
She got a name?
Well, sometimes it does, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. I usually don't put my rig on YouTube or nothing. kind of keep that separate, but just don't
Sally?
put any, huh?
Sally?
No, it's Alice.
Alice. What was Sally? The pump?
I guess. But anyway, this is the rig that run. Like I say, you don't put nothing. You don't put my work on YouTube, but we're out here picking this stuff up. As I said, this is just the ESP. We only got tubing in the hole. That basket up there, that's a rod basket. If you're on a pumping well, you hang rods and them fangers up there. And you got an air cylinder on the back side of the derrick. There's an air cylinder and a foot pedal in the basket that operates that air cylinder up there. Picks rods up and sets them down in the fangers up there. But when you're on a like ESP job or a disposal well or something, don't have rods in the hole, you just use your tubing board. And then down here you got your BOPs and your high drill. BOPs, they're saying blowout preventers. The high drill will close around the cable. The BOPs won't. BOPs are just for tubing. And they got a thing there, it's called blinds. They close like this. And then the BOPs close around the top of it, closes around the tubing. But the high drill, the big rev piece on top, that's the high drill. And it'll close around the tubing and the cable in case the well tries to blow out or comes in on you, blows out on you. It'll close around the tubing and the cable together because it's got a rubber bag in there that pressures up against it. And that's how that's able to close around the pipe and the cable and seal it off. Anyway.
Huh?
I'm going up there.
You can go up there.
You're going to edit that out too.
Oh, I hate
Just
climbing
walk
these.
up that.
They make me nervous. Where am I going?
Anyway, this is the control panel here. Try to rig me some lights up from a check engine light, stop engine light, but that didn't work out for me. Different kind of lights set up. This is your gear shift here, 6-speed gear shift. That's your emergency kill over here. This is your hydraulic pump here, kick it on and off. This one here is for your tong retractor. That's tongs up there, tubing tongs right there. And this is a retractor that's hooked to an air cylinder over there to the stiff arm, and whenever you push it this way, it pushes the tongs towards the tubing. You pull it back, it pulls the tongs back away from the tubing. This is your slips, and that's your slips right there over the hole.
Lets the pipe not go down in the hole.
That's why they call them slips. I don't know, because they still be change them, but they call them slips. Anyway, that's the open and close on your slips there. This is your brake assist, which is back here, that big piece right there. That's your brake assist. It's beside the main drum. That's what this operates. And this is air regulator to your brake assist. This is your clutch and throttle. These right here are for your cat lines back here. Well, winch lines, cat lines, what are you going to call them?
Same thing.
Same thing to me. Up and down. They operate these back here. And of course your brake handle. Better chain it down a little bit better. For your blocks hanging over here. I got them chained off because we're going to be down for a couple of days. I just chained them off the back of the derrick. And these are controls right here. These right here for your cat lines. Those air levers over there I showed y'all. They work these right here from under here. These are for BOPs, but we don't ever use BOPs on the rig. We always have a accumulator for the BOPs. Of course, this is for your rigging up, rigging down. Your back jacks, front jacks, your top section, and then your lower section, pick it up off your headache rack. That's a defibrillator valve. Push it down for your derrick, pull it up for your tongs. Of course, your main drum back there and your sand line drum back there. And that's about it. I mean, it's just a bunch of pushing levers, pushing and pulling levers. All I am just overpaid line spoolers all I am. Just spool line up on that drum and then unspool it. And just about all I do. Yeah. Anyway, that's the rig. Like I said, I usually don't put the rig on here, but we're out here picking this stuff up. And we'll go ahead and.
It's pretty cool to watch it run.
Yeah.
I like coming out here and watching him work it.
Yeah, it's a mountain rig, and they're built in Texas.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. This is a 350. It's not a big rig. It's just a 350. My boss has got a 550 mountain rig. He wants me to start running, but I don't know if I want to trade this. I've had this one since day one. Well, this was about a month old whenever I got it, and
this one that y'all were tooling out?
yeah, this is one. No, that was rig 4. Rig 5 was tooling out.
Oh.
This one was already ready to go whenever me and Dakota got it.
Oh.
But anyway, it's a good little rig. Rigs up and down real fast, real easy. Goes down the highway pretty good. I like it. It's a good little rig. Back to the ESP part. The guy just left with ESP pump and stuff. This right here is a hanger. This thing right here is called a hanger. And you put your tubing, you get in the hole with all your tubing. This screws on top of your tubing. And this lands inside the hanger head underneath the BOPs. And your penetrator, which I got one of them right here. Yes. This is the penetrator here. And your well, I didn't want that anyway. Your cable's hooked to your penetrator, and this is hooked to your pump, right? And then whenever you land, this penetrator goes through here, like that. And that seals the well off, keeps the well under control. And then whenever you get all that done, and you get your penetrator through your hanger, and you land it, this piece over here, this right here is what screws to your penetrator. I got one of these at the house. I could probably do better at the house. But this right here screws to your penetrator, and it goes over to a junction box, and then your junction box goes over to the controls for the ESP. So there's a lot to it. There's more to it than just a pump and rods like a regular pumping well. There's a lot to ESP. A lot of money involved in it. Huh?
What is ESP?
Electric submersible pump. ESP.
What's the difference from that and just a regular?
What, a rod pump?
Yeah.
Well, rod pump pumps off rods
Well,
on a unit.
no, that's not what I mean.
And these are bigger. These will move a lot more fluid.
Oh.
If your well makes a lot of oil, but it also produces a lot of water, you got to move a lot of water to get to the oil, then ESP is the way to go because it'll move the water out of the way where your oil can get to it. And then you can pump your oil out of the ground. But if your well makes a lot of, like I said, if it makes a lot of water and you don't have a big enough pump in the hole, your well just makes water. It won't let the oil come to you. So it moves a lot of water, but it also moves a lot of oil. So that's why a lot of people go with ESPs to move a bunch of fluid is what it is.
Oh.
But they're expensive. If you used to probably just start off with just the ESP, if you don't have ESP in the hole and you got to buy the cable and the pumps and the motors and the thing, you're looking at probably $500,000 just to get it, just for a startup. But after you buy the boxes and the cable and the pumps and all that, probably about $250,000, probably about $200,000 to pull one, send it in, get it refurbished, get it reworked over, have your cable checked out, back out here. That's probably $200,000 right there. And everybody wants to grab about the price of oil, but that young man, to get it out of the ground costs a lot of money. I'm not kidding. Everybody can live with $3 a gallon gas. Can't everybody live with $2 a gallon gas? You know how it is.
If it's
Anyway.
$2, y'all aren't working.
Yeah. I got some more cable over there that I gotta go pick up. I got a big roll right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a capillary string. Capillary string goes from the top of the well down to your pump, and they pump chemical down the capillary string right into the pump. It'd be like an erosion inhibitor or a paraffin solvent or something like that to help break water out of the oil, something like that. But the capillary string, that's what they do. A lot of companies just pump chemical straight down the backside, and it takes a long time for it to get all the way down to the pump and mix and come back out. So capillary string pump chemical straight to the pump, and then you can it kind of blends as it comes up the hole. A lot of companies don't run capillary string. Not many of them do. But that's what that piece over there is. A small portion of it anyway.
So it's different from what's right there.
Yeah. It's the same, but it's different. It's the same stuff, but
It does something different.
Used for something different.
Perfect.
Go. Now we gotta get this cable here. Throw it in there.
How long do you think it'll take before all this ice thaws out?
Probably today.
You think today?
Probably so.
We've had a lot of
It's
40-degree days, and it hadn't melted yet.
Supposed to be well, it's been under 20 degrees last couple of days.
Anthony thinks it might thaw out about June.
Well, it'll come back. It'll thaw out today, but it'll be back. We got that big piece loaded up there and got our box loaded back up. We'll be back here in a little bit. We're going to finish loading this stuff over here. It looks like there's about another 10, 15 pieces there. 9 or 10 pieces left there. Get them loaded up. Let's get this stuff strapped down. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, well, we got that stuff loaded in that box there. We kind of skipped to the end here because it was getting kind of frustrating getting that stuff in that box. We got this big piece of capillary strain loaded up. I don't know if that's got some steel in it or if it's all stainless. I get a magnet. May have a magnet on this trailer. I don't guess I do. I thought I had one stuck to this trailer, but I don't. Anyway, I don't know. I had to get a magnet to see if this is stainless or if it's got some steel mixed in with it. It does a pretty good bit of that. That stuff was heavy. And this stuff here is heavy. I don't know how many pieces was there, but we got it all loaded up. I quit rolling it up because it got kind of a pain in the butt. But this part right here, you can see this thick spot right here. This is where they take the MLE, the motor lead, and splice it into the ESP cable itself. But when I take this apart, if I can get it apart and not tearing it up, I'll get some pictures of that. We can see how they put them together. It ain't nothing special, just three things to put the wire in to clamp it down. Tape and tape and tape. And they keep taping. That's the only thing I can say. Is they tape for days, and then they tape some more, and then they tape a little bit more, and then they wrap the shielding around it, which I guess they got to because it's got to be waterproof, oil-proof, liquid-proof, whatever. There can't be any liquid or anything get in on them spots that they splice, or they'll just short it out, and then you're out another $200,000. So I'm glad I didn't want to pay that bill. But anyway, you got to meet the rig. That's the rig over there.
That's his.
Yeah.
That's his mistress right there.
And that's our tool trailer beside it. Anyway, that's it. I mean, ain't nothing special about her. So I guess she's special to me. I spend more time with her than I do my own family.
You do.
Yeah. But we're gonna get this to the house. Gonna get it strapped down, get it to the house, and may do a video or something of us cutting it up or throwing it on the porch or whatever, like we did that other stuff. And anyway, hang in there. Like I said, I know it's been over a month since we posted anything. We just got so busy, and then it turned cold. Couldn't really do nothing. You really didn't want to do anything outside. And when I got off work, I just didn't want to do anything outside.
Windy, negative.
Yesterday was miserable. I'm not kidding you. But we got it out of the hole anyway. We got everything done on this weather we need to do. Probably go back to work Tuesday. This is Sunday. It'll probably be Tuesday before our pump gets back. But maybe we can come up with something to do Tuesday, Monday or something when she gets off work. Maybe come up with something to post. But anywho, I guess that'll be it for this. Just hang in there, and we need some more subscribers so we can start getting some merchandise and stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool to have some coffee cups or a t-shirt or two or a cap or two or something out there. Anyway, y'all hang in there, and we'll do the best we can whenever we come to posting, y'all. Just hang in there. We'll see y'all on the next one.
See ya. I just